Marty, come to my lab right away!
Sure thing, Doc. I'll be right over.
Marty, you've been reckless with your time traveling lately. Great Scott! What's that thing you're on?
It's a computer. Those lucky guys in 1999.
Marty, you having that could result in a major time paradox. You have to return it right away. Now stop yourself from buying that computer. I will meet you here in an hour.
Wow. Episode 1 sucks.
Marty, did you stop yourself from buying the computer?
I haven't quite gotten around to it yet.
Great Scott!
Calm down, Doc. We just travel back a few hours and do it again.
I'm afraid it's not that simple. The DeLorean is getting a hover conversion and it won't be done for 3 days.
Aw, this is heavy. Look, I have an idea. We just find myself and make me return the computer.
Where did you go after you bought the computer?
The 7-Eleven store. Follow me. There I am, Doc. Just coming out of 7-Eleven. I'm not in here. I must be in the next store. I'm not in here either.
What's the next store you went to?
Then I went back to 1985.
This is heavy. I never should have let you borrow that time machine.
That's it!
What's it?
We wait for the hover conversion to be finished on the DeLorean, then go back and stop you from letting me use the machine.
Seems like our only choice. We better hope we don't have a time paradox in the next 3 days.
Doc, everything is fading out.
We are experiencing a time paradox. Things are being erased from existence in the order that they were made. We better hurry before we fade out. Marty, I'm fading out. Stop yourself from using the time machine.
My head. Mom, is that you? Just relax. You've got a terrible bump on your head. I had a terrible nightmare. Dreamt that I got knocked out. Well, you're safe and sound now, back in good old Doc's lab. What? You're me!
What are you looking at, butthead?
Hello, I am Curtis Mutter. I am responsible for the ridiculous little short that you just watched. I made that when I think I was in junior high quite a while ago. It is a ridiculous little short. Basically, the reason it's been re-uploaded now on YouTube is that the original version, for whatever reason, the audio and video about a year ago just got out of sync and I don't know how to fix it. Recently I just hunted down an old, DVD copy of the film that I made when it was first released. I used to do these for, friends in school who wanted to see the movie. I am here talking to you through my laptop's webcam, by the way, which is why this is so awful quality, such awful quality, I should say. I wanted to quickly say as well that the old version it's the same version now, but the old upload of this film on YouTube kind of became an open invitation for people arguing and, just kind of blaming each other, and myself even, just for the logic of plot points in the film and stuff. And it's just a ridiculous little film that I made a while ago, so, if you want to discuss the logic of it, I'm totally fine with that. I'd like to hear. You can even kind of install the logic or whatever, but keep it friendly is all I'm saying, I guess, to me and to others, and I'll gladly discuss whether Doc has enough money to actually rebuild the time machine or not, because it's kind of fun to talk about things like that, but just keep it friendly, I guess, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I decided now that I hunted the DVD copy down, and actually when I made the DVD I threw a bunch of other stuff on there, so I thought that since I am re-uploading it, that it'd be kind of a fun opportunity just for me to do some audio commentary on this stuff, because it's ridiculous. I haven't seen it in a while, and so it'd be fun. So what you are about to see is me now in 2012, may as well date this because this is a movie about time travel, doing an audio commentary on the DVD version, which is the exact same version, just with bonus stuff on it, of Brick to the Future.
Alright, hello, as I said, this is the audio commentary on the DVD version of Brick to the Future, which started off with a preview of Brick to the Future. These are the web boards of Back to the Future, or what they used to look like at the time this was made. So it was a little inside joke, I guess, and the plot of the film actually hinges on that, so I don't know, I guess maybe you're in trouble when the plot of your film hinges on an inside joke. Some of these shots, I think, are not in the final version of Brick to the Future, which I might be wrong about, I don't know, but yeah, that right there I don't think is in the final version. Again, I might be wrong, I don't know, I haven't seen this in a long time, but that's that. The R there in Brick to the Future and the I as well were just edited in Paint, I think, pretty obviously. You can see the pixels. And here's the actual film. That's my old studio logo, just applying two different effects in Paint Shop Pro, I think, is how that was done. A big point of argument, it seems, in the comment section for the original posted Brick to the Future is how Doc has enough money to rebuild the Time Machine DeLorean. The only reason I used a DeLorean in this, I'm guessing, is because it looks cooler than the train at the end of Back to the Future 3. That's all it is, folks. It's a beautifully made guitar. The eyebrows there are done in Microsoft Paint again, as most of the effects in this film were. It's a beautiful phone Marty has there. You can see the poster for Back to the Future in the background there, actually. And there's a done in paint hoverboard. No apostrophe over the S, so it's supposed to be possessive. God, what idiot made that? A lot of weird cuts in the editing. I don't know why that line happened in 2 shots. And here's the... I don't know, if you pause and read that, you might get a kick out of what is written. Doc's face is something I drew in paint, and you can see the pixels on it actually. So people have asked me how I made this, and basically I just, in paint, cut out the lines of the digits and copied and pasted them until it spelt out what I wanted it to say. That's how that was done. Here's a joke about gull-wing doors on DeLoreans, where if you were parked beside another car, it'd be hard to open it. I don't know, it's an alright joke, if I do say so myself. The music in this film, by the way, is done by a guy whose name on the internet was erased from existence, which is a Back to the Future reference. And his music's actually really, really good. I think it's probably the best part of this video, honestly. The video probably doesn't deserve music as good as this is, but it kind of keeps things going really well. So, kudos to Erased from Existence. I wish I had kept in contact. I could still use you for videos. And I'm going to say it, I actually like Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I wrote that joke, I guess, because it was a common opinion of Episode 1. That's a weird angle. But I honestly, I don't know. At that time, I liked Episode 1, and I still do to this day. It's just such a big part of my childhood, I guess, that I can't dislike it. There are lots of bizarre camera angles in this that I cannot explain. Kind of like Citizen Kane-y kind of stuff going on, and I don't know, I cannot explain it. Lots of movement there. This is a decent shot, and the music here really cues it perfectly. There's a fairly competent camera move there as well. Okay, the plot point here is supposed to be that they don't see him leave the store because the bush is in their view. I don't know if that's clear or not. And there's some decent door animation. So I have the apostrophe yo-blob's games. There's the possessive apostrophe there. So I don't know whether I knew or not at that time, if I was just a complete grammar idiot or not. And I should have shown them running to the next door, but I was lazy, I guess, so I just did the wipe pan there. Dun dun dun. Doc's face, yeah. No, I already said that, didn't I? That it's done in paint. I think the door slamming is probably the one bit of animation in this whole video that's actually kind of decent. And sniff markers here for free, the sign says. I can't explain why it says that, but it does. It happened. And I fade to a close-up of Doc for some reason, I don't know why. Intertitle, lazy filmmaking. This one's pretty Back to the Future-y though, so it's alright. This scene here is actually decently atmospheric. I'm kind of surprised with myself. That was done obviously just taking 3 still photos, each with one less bush, and just fading to the next one. This shot was completed in paint by just pasting over the top of it by hand. You can see where the jitters a bit. That's because I painted each frame by hand. I just pasted over a version of the background that didn't have the stick that was holding the whole thing together. After the film, actually, you will see the original shot and then the comparison with the effect applied. Because I was proud of it, I guess, and wanted to show it off. The only reason he hits himself over the head there instead of just calling out, "Hey, don't get in the machine," is to have the joke where like, "Mom, is that you?" Because it's a Back to the Future fan film, and you got to do it. What do I think of this now, all these years later? It's obviously very flawed, but I think it's kind of entertaining in its own way. Some of that entertainment comes accidentally, I realize now, but I don't know, it means well, I guess. That's not the best thing you can say about your film, but for whatever reason, this is, to this day, my most popular video on YouTube. Well, I guess the reason is it is pretty close to being Back to the Future in the title, and so it gets a lot of views because of that. I would like to think that I have since gone on to make better things, and my computer to this day freezes and loses my data, so some things never change. Yeah, I don't know, I'd like to think that I have gone on to make better things, but this remains my most popular video on YouTube, and I guess I have to embrace that. Oh yeah, here's the effect thing. Again, watch the top of the DeLorean and you can see a jitter where I just by hand erased the things. And it's kind of like the Back to the Future movies where they do kind of have the effects like that, so I don't know what I'm saying there. This is the first thing that I shot with the camera that I made Brick to the Future with, which is actually the same webcam that I'm doing this audio commentary with now. The camera was the QuickCam Pro 4000, which was the go-to camera for brick filmers in the day. This is the first thing I ever shot with that, just kind of a test to see how it worked. Before I had that camera, I would use the, what was it called? The Lego Studios camera, which kind of locked you in at 10 frames a second, and this one could go up, like up to however many you wanted, really, but I think I stuck at 15. This Valley Hilltown, Back to the Future switch around reference. I don't really remember this. Kind of like Sergio Leone-esque stuff, but I don't think I'd ever seen any of his films at that time, so this is some beautiful animation right there. Yeah, this is probably kind of more Back to the Future 3 inspired. Those guys there just kind of lassoed out in paint and just pasted in front of what was probably just the Google search images. There's another beautiful effect done in paint. Another extreme camera move. Another paint effect. It's supposed to be winking at us, I guess. In the background there's a CD. It's supposed to be walking. Oh, yeah, it's supposed to be walking. Sheriff's office. Thanks for capturing Wild Jack. No problem, Sheriff, with one F. God, what idiot wrote these things? Now I have two favorite wall decorations. Return the Jedi reference. Oh, there's the pig guard and everything. Oh, don't go by Boba, he might kill you. No apostrophe and don't. Another win for Team Grammar. And I think there's a chandelier in the background, probably setting something up. Gotta have the chandelier swing in a Western. Beautifully done. That's actually kind of cool looking. This is a sheet of paper with the light behind it. Everything, 2 words. Go Grammar. Good and bad, the ugly. Preformed by the Ramones. A lot of exclamation points there. Alright. This is I took the audio from the Molson Canadian commercial, the I Am Proud to Be Canadian one. I am a Canadian myself, which is probably why I know of this commercial. If you're from America or another country, you possibly don't. This is basically a guy saying, I don't know, debunking myths about Canadians. I pronounce it about, not a boot, which is true. I have never known a Canadian to say a boot. Yeah, this is kind of just a commercial that was popular in Canada when it came out, and I just remade it in Lego, I guess, for kicks and giggles. I don't know if these camera angles are from the commercial or not, but they are pretty extreme and bizarre. A common trait in my early filmmaking. There's the exclamation points again. Famous noob trait is overuse of exclamations, though I didn't accidentally put a 1 in there, so 1 point for me there. This is monkey hunting. You can see this elsewhere on YouTube. This, I think, has held up the best out of all of these films. The sets are sparse again, but I think I filled them a bit better, and the cinematography is a bit better than the rest of them, so it kind of gets away with the sparse sets, whereas the other ones don't really. This is basically just kind of a inside joke for brick filmers at the time. The whole thing is, hey, that's my monkey, as he just said, which was a line. There was a contest, I think, on brickfilms.com at the time, which I don't really remember what the contest was exactly, but you had to use the line, hey, that's my monkey. And this was not made for that contest, but it was just kind of a nod to it, I guess. And that's what that is right there. This is a short one-joke thing as well. This is the music from Commander Keen 4 by Bobby Prince, who is a very talented dude, much like Erased from Existence. You can hear some of my awful voice acting in this, which I apologize for in advance. That's my sister doing the voice of the girl. And the comedic timing in this is pretty long, actually. It feels like it should be a bit snappier, but I don't know. It's just a dumb little thing. There's the Quick Cam Pro 4000, the go-to camera, as I said, for brick filmers at the time. I don't know what the go-to camera is these days. I have been asked, actually, a lot of my videos, you can see comments on them that ask, when will I make another Lego film? And I am not opposed to making another Lego film, but I think I am over just making them because because those are the only actors I can find. If I did make another one, I think it would be something that involved Lego inherently in the script, and not just a film that happens to be made with Lego people. Something like, I have a film on YouTube as well called Tabletop Metropolis, and I think it's something kind of like that, where the Lego comes into play in the script naturally. I might even, one day I've kind of considered actually remaking that film, but that is neither here nor there. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed both Brick to the Future for what it is, and this audio commentary hopefully as well. See you in the future, or in the past.